These are 11 times that streamers saved lives. And at number 11, Sherwin IRL intervened in a London street assault. While streaming through the streets of London, his chat suddenly noticed something wasn't right. A group of men were harassing a Japanese tourist just ahead of him. Without hesitation, Sherwin rushed in and saved her.
Leave him alone! Fuck off! Call the police! Leave him alone! Fucking leave him alone! Leave him alone! Police! Call the police! Call the police! Call the police!
He stayed with the victim, calming them down and calling for help until police arrived. His action turned what could have been a tragedy into one of the most heroic moments ever caught on stream. And at number 10, Jake Paul did something few expected before his Sora AI popularity.
I'm the king of the world! Doing backflips 10 times!
She's in my pocket.
When Ben Askren, his former boxing rival, was fighting for his life after a severe case of pneumonia destroyed his lungs, the damage wasn't covered by insurance. That's when Jake stepped in, wiring $500,000 to cover the surgery costs. It shocked fans, even critics had to admit this was a genuine act of compassion. Despite their brutal history in the ring, Jake proved that he was human after all. At number 9, while streaming in Asia, Jake and Bake Live noticed a young girl nearby who looked absolutely terrified. Moments later, it became clear someone was following her. Without missing a beat, Jake waved her over and acted like she was part of his group, instantly giving her a sense of safety. The stalker hesitated, clearly unsure what was happening, then finally walked away. While this streamer saved others, our next streamer literally saved themselves. Spanish IRL streamer Una Clark was live in her car, yapping away with viewers when things took a terrifying turn.
Dice, pero que no pasa nada, miles de personas hacen fotos de sus platos o de su comida 1000 veces y salen de fondo los camareros y no pasa nada. Es que es eso, exacto. Es que es exacto.
Cuyo dado. Adgras. ¿Te ha pillado algo?
Luckily for her, her Twitch chat spotted the thread in the stream's background, and thinking fast, one viewer paid to trigger a text-to-speech message, warning her about the danger, mid-broadcast. Imagine what could have happened if she wasn't streaming. For number 7, Mr. Beast didn't just save one life, he saved hundreds. Through his Beast Philanthropy Foundation, Mr. Beast funded a project that provided heart surgeries for over 100 children suffering from congenital heart disease in Nigeria, working alongside Hospitals for Humanity and local doctors to battle the devastating effects of untreated conditions.
Darren and Dan to Davos City in the Philippines to visit the Cure Hospital, which provided this life-changing surgery. And to find out how we can help provide hundreds of more to children born with similar conditions.
These surgeries gave kids like Marvelous, who faced a lifetime of health struggles and uncertainty, a real shot at a future. But this is just one example of Mr. Beast giving back to society. Mr. Beast's global reach has led to projects building wells, delivering meals, and transforming communities. 6. Speed saves Malaysian girl. Number 6 highlights just how intense things can get for streamers when they're in public. During a massive fan meetup in Malaysia, IShowSpeed found himself in the middle of a total frenzy. A mob of excited fans swarmed him at every stop, flooding markets and even causing a shopping mall escalator to break down due to the number of people there. Things took a scary turn when a young fan caught in the chaos started panicking after being separated from her siblings.
A bunch of people came in here.
You okay? You hurt? You alright?
I'm just having a panic attack.
You okay? Oh shit, you okay? You alright? Calm down, you alright? You good?
This act of real-world care, broadcast live to thousands, proved that as wild as Speed is, he's actually a good person. While Speed was saving human beings, our next streamer was saving animals. Maya Higa, a Twitch streamer turned conservationist, held an unbelievable 21-hour charity stream, auctioning off celebrity items and running events with fellow creators, ending with over $500,000 raised to launch her dream, Alva Sanctuary. This nonprofit center that provides permanent homes to exotic animals that can't survive in the wild. that streamer just pulled off a real-life side quest, saving an animal and my faith in humanity, and you can do the same by clicking subscribe. Now back to the serious stuff. Number 4 is nothing short of incredible. While filming an episode at the vast ape cave in Washington, exploring with Josh and his crew squeezed through the cave and unexpectedly stumbled upon a lost, terrified young girl.
Do you see those, the couple that was back there?
You wanna come with
Tell
us?
them their daughter's up here and she's scared.
They don't speak. She doesn't speak English.
They don't speak English.
It's okay. It's all right. This is the way back.
What an experience. As we were about to leave, this little girl comes up out of nowhere.
The crew guided her through the maze-like passages, helping her overcome fear and get back to safety after hours underground. At number 3, Dr. Mike saves a man's life while 35,000 feet in the air. Midway across the Atlantic on a packed international flight, a passenger named Matt Faraco suddenly went into anaphylactic shock, his throat closing up, hands swelling, and breathing fading fast, with no EpiPen on board for emergency treatment. The cabin crew frantically called for a doctor, and Dr. Mike, a renowned physician and social media educator, jumped into action.
He's having an allergic reaction, and he said he's had an allergic reaction the night prior, but it wasn't that bad. He took some Benadryl and it went away. What's gonna happen if his throat starts swelling and we're over the Atlantic Ocean? Well, we can't land, so I would have to administer epinephrine. If the epinephrine or the EpiPen does not work, the next step would be to schedule a landing, and if the swelling continues to get worse, I would be forced to make an incision in this young man's throat. And I injected it because his throat was really starting to swell. He started screaming. I immediately withdraw the needle. I hand him an alcohol pad and I ask him to hold pressure so I didn't get any of his blood on me. He starts telling me that the area is becoming very tender, and I understand why. One of the main mechanisms of action.
Dr. Mike didn't stop there. He monitored the patient's vitals for the rest of the 8-hour flight, making sure nothing else went wrong until they landed safely in Israel. At number 2, few raids in Twitch history were as life-changing as this. When superstar gamer Shroud finished his stream, he decided to raid Resurrection Fern, a small indie musician quietly performing for just a handful of viewers. What the chat didn't know was that Resurrection Fern's family was facing a crisis. She was struggling to pay for critical diabetes medication that insurance wouldn't cover. As thousands of viewers suddenly poured in and donations started popping up, she was overwhelmed with emotion. Viewers and Shroud's own community contributed enough money not only to pay for her life-saving medicine, but also to cover other vital medical bills for her family. That night, what started as a routine raid became a powerful example of the generosity and direct impact online communities can have, proving that kindness can truly save lives through a screen.
Oh my goodness gracious, I've never had an experience like this before. I'm gonna try to breathe. I'm gonna breathe through it.
And finally, at number 1, the world saw Twitch at its absolute best. In 2020, as the COVID-19 pandemic swept across the globe, Twitch hosted StreamAid, a historic 12-hour marathon uniting top creators, musicians, and athletes for a single goal: raising money for COVID-19 emergency relief. More than 200 streamers and celebrities joined forces live, entertaining millions and encouraging donations, which quickly soared into millions of dollars, funding urgently needed resources for frontline healthcare workers and families in crisis. This landmark event didn't just provide help in the darkest days of the pandemic, it proved the global power of online communities, showing the world that even from a distance, collective action can save lives and inspire real change. And that's it. From saving pets to saving people, these streamers went from content creators to real-life heroes.